Hey guys, listen, I'm Gavin here, and welcome to episode 15 of my Northampton Town play mode playthrough on loan from Sunderland AFC. And in today's episode, we do have 4 games. We have a home match, away match, against Morecambe. We have a semi-finals game against Swansea. We also have a away match against Sunderland in the FA Cup, and finally, we have an away match against Coventry in the Johnston Payne Trophy area final. So Alessandro returns to face his former club Morecambe, which is our first game right now. They do have one player out, Ellison. I'm not really sure if he's any dominance to their team. But in the 4th minute, we do have a nice opportunity, but it is just skied over the bar. The 21st minute, once again, a few good opportunities, not really testing the keeper too much, but eventually we do have a nice clear-cut opportunity, but their keeper was just completely on form. He just would not let anything past. At the half-time, my player does get substituted. And then in the 53rd minute, we do have a nice opportunity there. The player nearly putting it in his own goal, but unfortunately nothing was working for us. We did have a nice opportunity there as well, hitting the bar, but once again nothing really doing it for us. So that was a 0-0 draw full time, pretty boring game, but no love for Alessandro at Morecambe. He could not win against his former team, unfortunately. It would have been nice to get them 3 points, but when teams play quite well, there's not really much you can do about it. So going into the second game against Swansea, we do expect them to play a 4-3-3. This is the semi-finals of the Carling Cup, the Capital One Cup, sorry. Which in the 6th minute, we do go 1-0 up. Molt, or whatever his name is, putting us 1-0 ahead. Nice early goal against the Swans. I think previous to this game in the first leg, they did whoop me like 3-0 or something. Or something like that, but they did play really well. But then again, in the 19th minute, I had a nice opportunity, but well saved by the goalkeeper. And then straight from the corner, the ball does get cleared off the line from a header. In the 36th minute, I do have a nice opportunity, but hitting the post. But eventually in the 39th minute, all this pressure putting onto Swansea eventually does crack them. So that makes us 2-0 ahead. I do believe that makes us 3-2 on aggregate. We're now winning. I think they won me 2-1. Yes, I think it was 2-1. We did have a nice opportunity there in the 43rd minute, just hitting the bar from a finesse shot. But that was how that half would end. It is 2-0 to us, Northampton Town. And my player does get substituted at half-time again. That's 2 games in a row. My fitness mustn't be all that good. But in the 50th minute, Mould once again putting the ball in the back of the net to make it 3-0. It's looking like the game is ours, and we're pretty much heading to Wembley. But yeah, 3-0. We have had a few teams that have come back from me when I've been like this, so I can't really write them off just yet. But then in the 52nd minute, Swansea do have a nice opportunity, but they do drag it just wide. But we do wrap up the game in the 55th minute with a nice little sweaty goal. Nichols putting the ball in the back of the net to make it 4-0. So that's a nice convincing victory for us there, and it puts us through to the final. So we're going to Wembley, woo! But yeah, so please note that our game against Burton has been moved. It's now the 22nd of February, not the 23rd. And Schnedker wants to leave, so I'm guessing he's not very happy at our club. So going into the 3rd match against Sunderland, they do expect Sunderland to play a 4-4-1-1. I'm actually surprised that I can play against this with Sunderland being my parent club. But as you can see there, Sunderland didn't really bring in anyone in the transfer window. But in the 6th minute, we do have a nice opportunity there, but on the follow-up, just putting it wide. But in the 13th minute, Fraser Campbell does put Sunderland 1-0 ahead. Sunderland were really attacking minded in this game. In real life, then really, not really, but they were really attacking minded. They were just constantly pressing, and eventually it just broke me down. So it was 1-0. In the 31st minute, Sunderland did have another good opportunity, but just dragging the ball just wide. But that was half-time. Sunderland were winning at half-time, so at least in this game I'll be able to show Sunderland what I'm actually made of. Going into the 2nd season with Sunderland, coming back from loan. But in the 67th minute, James McLean has the ball, takes the shot, and makes it 2-0 to Sunderland. So this game is looking pretty much over already for us. So there was a substitution made straight after that. But yeah, excuse me. And then finally in the 84th minute, Adam Johnson Pretty much wrapping up the game for Sunderland. So that was 3-0. Completely tore me apart. But what you're going to do, you cannot win all the games, so yeah. So that was pretty much how that game would end. We did lose 3-0, quite disappointing. But at least I can show Sunderland what basically I'm going to do next season for them. Though I didn't really show much. So Northampton Town's manager position in jeopardy after the Schnedke sale. I'm actually surprised that he's in jeopardy because of the good form run, but we do go into the fourth and final match against Coventry City. In the 19th minute, we do have a nice opportunity there. Nothing troubling. But then in the 43rd minute, once again, we do have an opportunity, but once again, nothing troubling. But eventually, we do break the deadlock in the 48th minute. Nice little cut inside and the finesse shot from my player. My player hasn't really scored all that much lately, so it's always nice to get a few goals. And then finally, in the 53rd minute, the keeper does make a nice save there, and we could not follow up on the header. But from the corner, we do score. It is 2-0 to us now. Oh god. So yeah, it is 2-0 to us now. It's quite a lucky goal, to be perfectly honest. Keeper kind of really came out a bit too early, but whatever. So yeah, in the 71st minute, we do make it 3-0. So this game is pretty much well done and over. This is the second leg. So we are pretty much whooping Cardiff on aggregate, Coventry, sorry, on aggregate as well. As if it comes up now, there we're winning them 6-1 on aggregate. In the 77th minute, we do make it 4-0 with a sweaty goal. So that was 4-0 now. So I do think that's 7-1 on aggregate now. So Coventry are pretty much well and done. We're pretty much in the actual final of the Johnston Payne Trophy. And then finally in the 84th minute, wrapping the deal with the 5th goal from Nichols. Nichols is actually a really good striker, but I really do prefer Alessandro to any other body. But because Alessandro and my player is quite a deadly combination up front. But yeah, that was 5-0, and pretty much that would how the game would end. 5-0 to us, 8-1 on aggregate. So yeah, we're pretty much cruising. So yeah guys, this is the league table at the end of it. We are still currently first with 24 wins, 4 draws and 0 losses. We have a nice points lead over Plymouth Argyle. But at the bottom it is York that I aren't really doing all that well. But yeah guys, this is the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button, it helps me out a lot. And also subscribe so you don't miss out on any content coming in the future. But until next time guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace!